What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah. Keep listening.
No, I don't eat leaves. Hello and welcome in to the Tuesday edition of your show. My name is Gary, and this is still, as far as we know, the only show with the balls to go live Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. scheduled viewing, just like we grew up with. We're so damn proud to be able to do this each and every day with you. Thank you for being a part of it. We also have a camera dedicated to a dog dedicated to making the world a better place, just like the rest of us. And that dog's name is Maggie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie cam. Oh, it's a good one today. Got like a half head. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Oh. See, you're doing a little too good over there. The Maggie cam for our fantastic pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Watch this. I got it. LB, put the hot rod down. Put the hot rod down. She's not going to leave. Got a dog that's addicted to hot rods. Maggie, come here. I got pumpkin treats. LB, I'm so mad at you. What did I tell you? One job. Just don't give her the hot rods. There she is. Maggie loves going to Pet Planet, and not just because her boyfriend is a greeter there like she's a greeter here. That boyfriend's name is Leroy. And they are Saskatoon's power puppy couple. And when you walk into those magical doors over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, you'll be greeted by Leroy. He walks you up to the till. You say hi to Mike and Rochelle. And then they give you the greatest shopping experience in the history of pet stores. It's an incredible time over there. They have all the latest cool stuff that you're looking for your pets, including those brand new buckle-up collars with matching leashes. They got all the different foods. And not just the normal food that you're used to. They also have the raw organic foods there in fridges, everything you need. They got a cleaning station. We're about to come to a point where these puppies are going to need some cleaning. Just holding on to her here. Can you move your other way? Yeah, a little bit more. There you go. That's pretty good. It's like Two-Face. When you walk in, you can say, my dog's dirty. I say, come on over, and you go into the cleaning station, and it is second to none. They got the soap, they got the water, they got the thing that they put the collar around. All of it's there for you. Okay, and it's the greatest experience that you'll ever have in a pet store, I promise you. As well, you go after hours on weekends. You will see Kirsten, Shara, Chris, and they continue to give that incredible, fantastic service we've come to know and love from our good pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Nice. Very nice. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to my brother-in-law, Noel, my sweet, beautiful brother.
Oh.
He just went back yesterday. You guys got a lovely visit with him. And we had a real good, about an hour and a half, sit down. Every time he comes back from Nova Scotia, we sit down and we find some time to just check in and see how each other's doing. And he's just been texting me some stuff here. So to my sweet, beautiful Noel, we love you and we miss you and look forward to seeing you soon.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens. He nonchalantly dropped that one on me. I'll stop talking to nobody here because you can't see who our guests are. Tuesdays, especially today, are fantastic because we record the All Out of Angst podcast. You can pick it up anywhere you find your podcasts on the internet. Just Google it. We had some great research done for the name to make sure that if you Google All Out of Angst podcast, you'll find it. And it's very, very fun. And the last couple of weeks, we've been down our third member. He has returned. And I'm so happy to announce yet again, we have one man from all the bands. We have one man from all the natural products. Together they are Matt from all the bands and Uncle Mike! Hey! Hey boys, you haven't seen this yet, Uncle Mike. Check it out. Mobly Urente with TMG right there, baby. Give him a call. You got a mortgage? You got stuff you got to do? Hit him up. He will make it happen. Think outside the branch. That's what he says. Give him a call. 370-5804. That is with a 306 in front of it. That's our friend Mobly Urente, newest member of the family.
Nice.
Okay.
It's growing every
Nice.
day.
Yeah.
People are starting to recognize this is what I'm saying. If you just if you sit down and digest what we do around here.
Well, it's
How can
getting
you say no to it?
Like when I'm driving around the city now, often I'll be like, "Oh, they're part of Dufferin
Yeah.
Avenue," or even like we were picking up some lotto just before we came here.
Oh,
As much
yeah,
as I love
baby.
the dump,
Oh,
if
yeah.
I won the lottery, I probably
would
wouldn't go
probably not
back.
work.
And who's helping out the old Shell service station? Our good buddies at Nickel Plumbing and Heating. You know,
Oh,
they're
Pretty
yeah.
good.
So
Pretty
no
good.
big deal.
Friends in Sotner Concrete Services. I also love those guys. I was out at stately Trumpy Acres on the weekend putting some IKEA stuff together with one of the owners. Great time. Love doing IKEA stuff when all I have to do is just open a bag and put everything in a pile. Screws
yeah.
here, plastic stuff here, stands here. That was all I had to do. And then we just watched Trailer Park
That's
Boys.
pretty
So you,
good.
you didn't have to get the little Allen wrench and like.
No, he
And
did.
that's
He did.
it's like
He
a
did all.
weird
Get some
element.
carpal
Is
tunnel.
it just
Yeah.
a normal, or it's just they
It's
give
just
you
terrible.
one?
I don't know. It's like. This
I can't tell
And I
you-
like when they
it's
throw you for a loop where you're supposed to have 8 of these and you have 9 or something.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what did I do?
Why
wrong?
do I have
Yeah.
extra parts?
We had, I think, by the end of it, about 25 different Allen wrenches. Well, the same Allen wrenches, but
Right. Yeah,
there.
different styles,
yeah,
different
and
sizes.
each bag had like a bunch of leftover stuff, and I was like, man, this is crazy. Like they waste a lot of
I know.
stuff to
Yeah.
make sure you have everything.
I just put it with like my manly tool stuff to make it seem like I've got like a good tool. Like,
Hey, why do you have
it's like-
14
yeah.
of that
Oh,
same Allen wrench?
yeah.
Well, it's a
Well, you know.
hot commodity. You know.
Just-
I always think I'm like outsmarting, whatever
course.
furniture
Yeah.
manufacturer, whatever. And so years ago, I think it was actually when putting climbing holds in because it uses like a T wrench or an Allen wrench. But
that
I
is.
cut one off and then I would put it in my drill or in my
So
impact.
smart.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then, for climbing holds, you're going into 3/4 plywood. But then I applied that same principle when you're putting together this cheaply made, flimsy kind of stuff, and you
auto strip it.
Oh, it's just like, I was like, oh, that we need a new one, honey.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
That was
Learned
it.
my lesson, or at least
Dude.
like get 3/4 of the way there, and then I hand tightened, but I had to screw up a few.
There
times
was
before
old
I-
Pistol Pete had the hammer drill going the whole time.
Yeah.
It was very, very fun for me because I just sat there. Like we got there at like 4:30, and then we unloaded. Classic move. I love this move. Hey, well, I was telling him, I was like, man, got a lot of work. I'm in this studio like 12, 14 hours a day. It's all I do. I got to get away. Like I'm going up to the lake tomorrow. Like, all right, I'm hopping in. Meg and I hop in, and he's got one of those cyber trucks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I had Meg and I shared our Virgin Voyage.
Just
on
got
the-
taxied around by
It's
some AI.
Wild, man. It's so crazy. And like he set it up perfectly. He says, this thing is just like an airplane. You get in, you close the door, and then put your trust in the pilot. And then once you realize that and you put yourself in that mind frame, like we're on the highway, we're driving up to Shell Lake, and we're on the highway.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm kind
Dude.
of offended too. I'm like, within weeks, the trucking industry was over. Like,
All I'm saying, hey, we love pilots. You're my sweet, beautiful pilot, man. Like it's all good. And we're saying we put trust in you, the one flying. Like it's not that there's a computer flying the plane as well. A robot? Welcome to the future, bitch. That's what we do now.
that's
So-
what happens when you're so perfect.
See, maybe try being normal. So we're on the highway and like everything's great and we're sitting back and got the music going and then there's a car like sort of off on the side shoulder and I go, well, what happens now? He says, let's see what the pilot does. And so like we're sitting in there and it's like, it's still getting a little close and you can tell there's still some trust issues because he's like, better just vroom, vroom, and then takes it back into auto and then vroom, vroom, and then hits the button, boom, boom. And it's crazy. Like the whole dashboard is just a big screen. Like it's
Jeez.
absolutely nuts riding this thing.
I was hoping with the shoulder thing there was gonna be some sort of like automated arm that was like, like
Let him know
flips the
getting
bird.
something. That'd be pretty sweet. That's probably on the next.
Yeah, the
next
model
version.
too, the
Yeah.
second model.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just auto mooning, all of the good
All
stuff.
the good highway language, if you will. Yes, speaking through signs. And so we make it to the lake and we get in there. And he says, yeah, he's got a couple IKEA things. Like, oh, sweet.
Oh.
Okay, I can help you. So we open up the trunk of this thing, and the trunk of a cyber truck like folds in, like, and like it's so
Future?
futuristic.
Yeah.
It's just it blew my mind. And all of a sudden, there's about 50 boxes.
Oh,
So I'm like,
jeez.
man, I thought it was just a couple. So we haul everything in, and we start going at like 5:30, and we watched Trailer Park Boys and worked on IKEA until about 4 in the morning.
Oh man,
4 in the morning. Got her done.
Without Uncle Mike's like auto, like that seems like it would just be awful on your hands.
Like I said, I was just the sorter. That was my job. He did all the work. He was lifting. He was doing all this stuff. He was just grateful to have someone else there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and Maggie was such a perfect angel. He couldn't believe how good she was on the ride. He's like, oh, this dog's just incredible. It's like, yeah, I know. We all know. So.
Well, that's one thing that I love, or that I don't know, commonly do. It's like, you just want someone around. Like, I don't actually expect people to help me with whatever task I'm doing, but it's
and
like,
you guys
just
both
to
know
have
Keith.
somebody.
That's the type of guy he is.
Right.
Yeah. Like, he'll never say, help me with this.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, hey, what can I do? Are we good? Good. Okay.
Yep.
And just
Yeah.
go on. And you're just like your companion.
Yeah.
I sort of felt like a trophy husband a little bit.
Yeah.
Me and Maggie just sitting there.
It would be.
I made a
Be a
pizza
trophy.
for us. We stopped
What,
at the
Delice or what?
No, get this. I didn't even realize I had so many things to tell you guys. This is incredible. Okay.
You cook now?
Whoa, not quite. So we're on the way out, and we're rolling up to Martinsville. And old Pistol looks at me and goes, you know, I heard the King of Kielbasa is in Martinsville. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, we're going to stop by, check it out. So we roll in. Right there when you walk in the doors of the smokehouse in Martinsville, there's the plaques, overall champ and all these King of Kielbasa stuff. And we're talking. It's like, man, this is crazy. And you go in there. They got all these meats, of course. First thing we say, we'd love to try the award-winning kielbasa, please. It's right over there. It's got a big award-winning sign on it. So we got a bunch of coils of that. And then we're looking around. They had spaghetti and like spaghetti sauce, like different sauces. They have everything, jerky. And they got pizzas, pre-made pizzas. And this pizza was incredible and affordable. I think it was $20. And it was so good.
Jeez.
I cooked it. Pretty proud of that. I put a couple little extras that I like to put on and made it really, really fancy.
And did you like rearrange the pepperoni slices
Oh,
and
well,
stuff?
I was the dumbass. And that's the one thing with the Cybertruck, especially when the trunk is full of IKEA. You got to put everything inside, like sort of in between spots. So Maggie's in the back, so there's a little in between spot, and it's all open in there. Like it's just a big open sort of shell. And I put the pizza down on a side angle. Oh, I open her up, like, oh, what have I done? So I had to Gary Van Gogh that thing back to a formidable pizza look. But when she came out, man, game over. We were cooking kielbasa on the barbecue, and we were eating pizzas and had a bunch of Guinness Zeros. It was just,
Nice.
just
That
a
sounds
lovely
amazing.
time.
And those Guinness Zeros are pretty
best.
sweet.
The best.
Yeah.
You can't say enough things. So congratulations to our friends over at the Smokehouse. I was telling our sales assassin, the Sweet Dragon, said this might be another place we can go to because it's another great example of someone with something to show off and promote, but doesn't necessarily have the funding to do it in a traditional sense. In comes your local advertisers, your voice of your city, the people that not only truly have a voice within where we live, but also we make it affordable.
Yeah.
We're talking way less. So we're going to see if we can get our friends with Smokehouse on board. I want to get some sort of logos or maybe some kielbasa on the set.
Hey, there you
Saying,
go.
hey, by the way, try some of this award-winning kielbasa.
Yeah, well, you've
from
got the
Smokehouse.
camera. Like we could always do a
Keep an eye
monthly.
out. First and foremost, go check them out. And secondly, once they blow your mind, let them know that you heard about it here, and we'll see if we can get them on board.
Maybe
I think
that's
it might be a good thing.
the shtick for, something bigger that we do is a kielbasa eating contest. How many coils of
yes.
kielbasa can you eat?
Boys, I could eat a lot.
I wanna
I'll
be-
tell you, I was on the Phoenix tiers pretty good, and I can tell you, I could have did a couple coils.
Oh, it's
along
amazing.
with 2/3 of the pizza.
It's amazing how your appetite can go from, like a normally big appetite with a little bit of, or a lot of edibles, and then it's like, tenfold. I can eat way more.
There is a reason that cancer patients and other like sick people are prescribed these Phoenix tiers. Like that's how I found out about them. We had some interactions with it, and it was like game changing for me personally. But it literally part of its job with recovering patients or people going through like treatments is to induce appetite.
Yeah.
Like that's a big part. It's like it fights cancer. It reduces
Nausea.
induces appetite, nausea, it reduces all those things. I'm no doctor. I'm just telling you what I hear.
Yep.
But my oh my, you want to talk about a miracle? Not a drug, even a miracle thing that can help you. Whatever you want to call it. It's amazing. Huge support of that.
I 100% support.
Especially when I need to eat 5 kibasas to win a damn contest.
I find when you look at the coil, it's like intimidating. But if you cut it up into nice little slices, you're like, I can handle this. That's no
One
problem.
bite at a time.
Exactly.
One bite at a time.
You just.
How to eat an elephant. One bite at a time.
By the
One at a time,
way,
that's it.
Aaron's looking. She wants us to continue talking about this
seems
kielbasa for quite a bit.
How many coils
She's
do you
enamored. Okay, use coil more.
do you think I could take one coil and like go
Oh.
all the way down? Hey, sounds like a challenge.
What's the length on those coils? You know?
Rough judgment, I'd say about a foot and a half.
You think only that long?
It's like
Like when you roll
once
it,
you
right?
like if you take it, so it comes in
uncoil
like
it.
this. So it's not even a full coil. It comes in like sort of a half coil, I guess. So if you like do the old wishbone with it.
Yeah, it's like a horseshoe almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
okay,
Great
right,
call. Yeah.
yes.
So it's probably about like that.
I'm thinking full coil.
Like about 5 inches, you know.
Yeah, because this is about.
Whoa.
No.
Wait a minute.
What?
It's a
This is
meter.
about 8.
Get a meter stick out. Yeah.
8
Yeah,
inches.
this
We
is
know
the
how
foot
this
right
works.
here.
We're well aware. Hey, LB, are you eating another hot rod? How many have you had today?
I know what
LB's
6
on the ones and
inches
twos.
is.
I don't believe you. The dog also doesn't believe
Is
you.
there a limit on hot rods in the booth?
Not
or-
if you're the head engineer and star of the network. You can have as many as you want.
If that ain't a full coil, it doesn't count.
I bet you we could have a really good hot rod eating contest. That'd be fun. Hey, can you throw me a contact up real quick? Because I still not yet. You were practicing for your world record runs in Guitar Hero. There's nothing wrong with that.
I forget what episode I was watching, but you did the perfect flick away with
Oh,
one
man,
of
I'm
them.
getting
Like,
better.
man, you're on point with
But
those.
it's way harder when it's a 2-man. If you want to get a hold of us, it's very, very easy. All you got to do is send us an email. It's about to pop up right now. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Contact@dufferinav.com. That is the place to go. Say bye to Uncle Mike. Go back downstairs. There you go. Man, it's a real good setup for these types of jokes. Matt from all the bands was doing the row your boat in it before. It's very
yeah?
fun.
Nice.
You guys want to try to send it with me? So you got to find it, and then we say on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get the frick out of here.
I pulled it the wrong way. You guys are stronger than me.
We ended up looking like we're doing the Thriller dance there. That was pretty cool. What about a website? Any websites out there? Oh, look at that one.
Oh.
So, Uncle Mike, how do you feel about the sign on the end of that? What do you think about the sizing? We have to ask everyone.
It's large.
Would you say it's too large?
I'd say maybe a little large.
And was LB that
I don't
said
know.
it was too large as well? Or?
No. LB and I are of the
'Cause I think
same
it's a
belief that's just
fantastic
right.
size,
Yeah,
yeah.
you evened us up,
Okay.
but now Uncle Mike got us uneven again. So now I think that might be one extra one for shrinking it. The Dragon way. Dragon started the whole thing. I love the sign. It's a beautiful sign. Little big though. Little big on the end.
I think maybe in proportionate to the website. So not that the sign has to shrink. Maybe
Yeah.
the website has to get bigger.
You know, I always loved when hosts would interact with all the graphics that popped up. I think that's why I have so much fun with these things.
Yeah.
People don't understand. It's a lot of fun to be able to throw these things around. The guy who made this website is going to be showing up shortly. You'll know by the sound of Maggie freaking out and begging for treats because he loves to give her treats. But until that point, you can go to this website. It works just like the contact email, and you can get in touch with us there as well. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Get out of here. Nice.
Hey.
You did the nice little, that was good. That was like the casual
flick,
Casual
you know.
flick.
Get
Well
out of
done.
here.
Well
Go on,
done.
get.
Okay, you guys. Now, that was quite the intro. We're 20 minutes in and we just...
Well,
Uh,
we have a lot of
sorry.
graphics to talk about.
And I'm just thinking about kielbasa now. I just want some friggin' sausage.
I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of people that we've been in touch with or in contact with, like our friend Megan with Smash Therapy. Have you guys ever gone to Smash Therapy?
No, I have not.
That's
Well,
what my job is.
not officially.
Yeah.
Every day Smash
Yeah.
Therapy for you.
Yeah.
That's fair. But she reached out to us in like December, I think, saying, hey, come around February. We'll want to maybe do some business. And like, I'm so excited. Like I told her, I said, I remember the first time, like Whit and I, back in the radio days, went in there and we made a video. And it's literally as awesome as you would expect. If you don't spend all day smashing stuff, of course. When we walked in, we had a nice picture of Sweater Vest, a framed picture, and we were just like baseball batting it. It was fantastic. So much fun. We were smashing TVs, we were smashing like windshields, and you can use anything. We had baseball bats, we had golf clubs, we had crowbars. It's all there. So I'm hoping we can get a dam excursion out there to check it out, make a little video. And there was talk of an Emily Mays All Up in Your Business heading into Smash Therapy.
Ooh, nice.
So that could be very exciting. Just to let you know what's coming down the pipe, if you will.
I just all the Smash Therapy and sausage, and I go back to memories, and it was an unofficial Smash Therapy, and I feel you might have been there.
Is it an eviction party?
No, it was out at the acreage, and we had a collection of windows, old windows, in like we have this garbage dump essentially, like our own garbage.
How long ago?
Like we would have been kids. I don't know, and I mean I know I took a couple buddies out there.
Dude, we did a lot of awesome stuff. Like take the lawnmower out to the shop around back.
Yep.
And I'm sure we smashed stuff then.
Yeah. But yeah, I
were
remember
always smashing
going,
stuff.
but
There's lots of stuff to smash out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's windows in the dump. Like, what the hell else are you going to do with them? They're going to the dump anyway, so you smash them.
And it feels so cool, right? And that's all you feel at this place.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I get a pretty good buzz because everyone comes to the dump and they have to throw it in the little bin or whatever, and they'll have windows and stuff, and they'll throw it, and it doesn't matter if it's like some old dude or like the young child. Everyone has that same childish kind of look.
Got it.
Yeah.
Smashing shit's awesome.
It's awesome, and the cool thing about the dump is they sometimes my job is to crush and push the metal pile. So you get into a skid steer and you just have a big pile of fridges and appliances, and you basically just have to make it smaller by crushing it, and it's pretty awesome.
Are they hiring?
For someone like you, absolutely.
Ooh, put a little word
Even
in.
if it's like a day here and there, just
to get it out, man.
Blow off some steam.
Hey, we don't want to take any business with Smash Therapy though either. So we
No, that's
walk
true,
a fine
that's
line.
true.
Maybe we'll do warm-ups at the dump, and then head
Maybe
on over.
repurposing some of the dump stuff to
Yeah, there you
not
go.
that that's
I was
probably-
just reading up with this. You can bring your own shit to Smash.
Oh, really?
Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there. Something to think about as we move forward. It's very exciting times. Like this is like you guys have felt this every time you come in here, and because it's once a week. For me, I'm always in here, so I rarely feel like the true excitement and growth of this place because I'm always here. But now I'm starting to feel it, just like anyone else who comes in once a week, where you're out and about, like you say, you're seeing people.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
are
they're
involved.
part of the show, or new sponsor, new
That's it.
advertise. It's just you see it building.
And we got people talking to people like Noah and Curtis Anderson were doing a thing. I'm not sure what it was for. I think it was maybe for Huskies basketball or something like that. And one of the hosts was asking, so what's the deal with this Dufferin Ave Media Network? What's going on there?
Yeah.
So people are talking to people, and the people that they're talking to are coming to me. And I'm like, well, I should hope you said the deal here is we're chasing dreams, and everyone's welcome. Just don't be a dick or an asshole. Real easy. And to feel that is very special. And to have you guys around for it, and everyone else here already that's putting in the work, man, it's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, because it started, and the vision wasn't super clear, but with each week we're kind of polishing it up, and it's starting to make a lot more sense to me.
I'm dreading the day when I have to go back and watch the first about 100 episodes, just because it's so different.
Why would you ever
So
do that?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, maybe
I'm
He's got some IKEA furniture to put together, so he's gonna grab a
I'm
pizza,
assuming
a
something.
coil of kielbasa.
Maybe I don't have to. I just assumed that I would have to at some point, but maybe I don't.
I tend
I
to
face enough fears every day. I don't need that.
once in a blue moon I'll watch a super old untimely demise live thing, but in general I
How
don't.
do you judge yourself hard?
Sometimes I'm like, whoa, man, my voice was awesome then. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, man, that feedback on my guitar, I
I
should have
think-
worked that out pretty bad. But no, I think it's good. Generally, what I hate the most is right after a show. So say if someone's filmed you and they've got a bunch of good footage and you just played the show and I'll watch 10 seconds. I'm like, I can't do this.
That's what I'm supposed to start doing here. We've had a bunch of meetings, a bunch of hanging out with the boys, talking about ideas to improve. And man, that's such a grown-up thing to say. Hey, I hate that. I hate that I'm turning into a grown-up.
I know.
It's really frustrating.
What happened?
Yeah, no shit. But we sit here and we talk about, well, it'd be great to do the show, then right after the show, cut out the clips that you want to promote the show from said show, and then put them out there. But I'm so judgmental of myself when I watch it. It's so hard for me, so I like to wait at least a day before I go back. But there is a lot of value in, hey, here's what you missed today. Boom, promo.
I know Glenn was telling me when for Gigantour when he was in Megadeth and Dream Theater was opening up, or they were like the direct support for that tour, and every day after their performance they would sit down with tea and watch the whole performance and figure out who wasn't standing in the right area, or like who dropped a note here, and I'm like, that's like
grading
awesome,
everything.
but like there's no way I could do that, nor would I ever want to be that like technically proficient.
Sorry, guys, just give me
Royal
one second. What the
Anders!
hell do you think you're doing? Stop it! You're
I heard
always
the treat bag.
So you're sharing licorice and sticks, eh? All right. Don't give her too much. You know she's going to be all over you now. Royal Anders is here, our sweet prince. So, getting back to all of this stuff, this leads to sort of my next thing that I have to get out. This is a lot of like, what's it called? Where you're like cleaning up. A lot of, there's a term for it. I don't know what it's going to be, but we will move on because it's not important. The important thing is Hockey Helps the Homeless. So Hockey Helps the Homeless is a really, really fun charity event that's going on, and we've done a bunch of interviews. I say we being me and Ryan Bamford from Bamford & Co. Beyond the Keys. We did interviews with our good buddy, Laurie O'Connor, with the Food Bank and Learning Center, and we talked with the YWCA, and we talked with the Friendship Inn. And then we did another run of Zoom interviews with Brad May,
No big deal.
Matthew Barnaby, and Brian Screwland. So those are about to be released. I've been cutting up. That's what I've been doing all day, is cutting up all of these little shorts. And, oh, look what you did. Now she's got a hairball. You got to whack her on the side. Whack her sides. Yeah, get it out of there. That's why we tell her not to frickin' lick all the time. She better not be choking on one of those treats either. So I've been cutting up all these shorts, so we're going to be putting them out as we get closer. March 20th is the draft night. And so each team, I'm on the One Small Step team, and each team that goes out collects donations. So the reason I'm bringing this up is in the describes of the show today, there will be a link to the donation page where you can help the homeless. Yeah. Basically, it's right there in the name. And the money that's raised, all the money raised in Saskatoon stays in Saskatoon. And the team that gets the highest amount of money raised gets the first, second, third picks of the NHL guys that are there. So if you raise the most money, you get first overall pick from all the NHL guys. It's very cool. It's a very exciting thing. They've been doing it for a while now. And we are starting our sort of campaign here at the network. So again, in the description, there will be a link that LB is going to put in there that will take you to the donation page. Then you make a little donation and feel good about it because it's not going anywhere else. It's staying right here in the city, helping out people that you know. And I think that's really cool. And it's another way for us to do good things.
Absolutely.
And that's sort of the basis of the whole idea of this place. And I'm really excited because what we're going to do is during the day of the games over at Merlis Belcher, we're going to be miking myself up. So I'm going to be mic'd up out there on the ice, taking passes from the boys, and just, like they call me the black hole for a reason on the ice. You know, if a puck comes anywhere near me, it's gone because I can't catch a pass. And I never go past the red line. And I always make sure I play whatever wing is closest to the boards so I can get off within 30 seconds. That's all I can do. And then I'm just done. So with all those things going into a hockey game with a bunch of actual good hockey players, it's going to be quite humorous. So we're going to have that mic'd up, and that'll be another little video we're going to be putting out. And it's very, very fun to think about a guy of my skill level out there with actual hockey players. You know what I mean? Like actual stars. I played with Endo. I played with these guys that have been to the show. Haven't played with any of them in a long time. I haven't sharpened my skates in about 5 years. It's gonna be interesting. I got sock tape on my hockey stick on the top part. You know, like if you're a hockey player, you know, you don't put sock tape up top. It's not normal, but that's what we got for a stick. So it'll be very fun. Classic fish out of water story. So links in the description. Make a donation, and let's help Hockey Helps the Homeless. I think that's everything.
It just kind of had it just you getting thrown into like playing against these professionals. It just reminded me of that show Quantum Leap, where Scott Bakula he'd be like, "Oh boy," where all of a sudden he's like a pro hockey player. It's the Gary's Quantum Leap moment.
I'm gonna be quantum leaping all over the place in there. That is for sure. All right, Uncle Mike. We know that you've been through the ringer, so we don't need to really catch up on what you've been doing because we've covered most of that. How's business? What's going on with Uncle Mike's All Natural Products? Are we back in there and back to
back
getting her going?
Just still playing some catch up from the holiday season, I guess. Restocking a bunch of products. And
when does spring season start for you?
Kind of as the snow melts. I mean, I guess around springtime.
So that's like the gardening products
So those things kind of pop up, and honestly, like I feel people just I don't know if they're stinking more when it gets warmer out. They're sweating more.
That's happening.
Or just like I think just a lot of people kind of go into like a winter hibernation kind of thing. So it's like January is still usually pretty busy. February gets a little quieter. And then I find like it warms up, and then it kind of nothing really changes except maybe the weather or people's idea of
being outside more.
I think, and then it just kind of and then we're back into kind of the full swing of things. So it's nice to not have too much of a lull. I mean, I like a little bit of it because it allows me to catch up a little bit, but
not too much.
You don't want to run it on too long.
Well, absolutely, well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is exciting. So when we roll into that. You'll let us know the latest products coming out and all that, and we will continue. Damn 20 promo code still going?
Still going. Save 20%.
You are going shopping to Uncle Mike's All Natural Products, and you are going to be buying something anyway. Use the Damn 20 promo code to get 20% off. Very cool, very kind of Uncle Mike to be sharing his wares. It's ridiculous. And the cool part is, now that we've seen the MLMAs all up in your business and we see all the work that goes into these things, it makes you appreciate them. Whereas like anything else, like, man, it takes a lot of work to make this soap and to make these incredible wares that you are putting out there to the world. It's very cool. So we appreciate that. Just want to let you know.
Yes. My carpal tunnel is showing because of it. I'm wearing this fancy copper bracelet that Amanda...
I don't know. I love those things, man.
I don't know. It's like my wrist, and basically I have carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, and rotator cuff all in
the big three.
And and they're all linked, So I'm like, I can't sleep because it's all janky. It hurts to do anything. So she's like, "Oh, my mom, copper bracelet." She's like, "I have one." I'm like, I'll try it. Whatever. I don't care.
Have you noticed anything? What's it like, ionized copper or something like that?
Yeah. I know the Q rays were the big thing.
That was the one.
Those were the big thing.
I'll try anything for a little bit,
Wear those for golf. Yeah, you're doing. Try to loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah,
it's tough.
So I don't know. Maybe it was just in my head. As soon as I put it on, I thought I felt something.
Hey.
See, I'm willing.
Could be a little placebo.
It's been probably 2 weeks now, but I don't know if it's like there was when we were doing the snow cleaning, and I was in the skid steer for like a couple days straight doing 12, and it's all joystick or whatever. Yep. That was kind of like the first time I noticed it, and then I've also been learning these into songs and playing, more than I often do, where you're, playing big shapes like that.
Yep.
And I don't know if I bruised like the inside of my thumb or if there's just like, but
tendon
when
or
I'm
something.
pressing like that, there's quite a bit of pain, or even. So it's actually giving me a lot of stress because I've been learning these into songs, and I'll like lock into a chord, and I'm like, oh, that kind of hurts. I don't want this to pick up. So it's probably something I'm gonna have to do an adult decision and maybe go see someone about it. To make sure it's not like arthritis starting. I don't know. Like
it's not gonna get worse.
I'm 41. Like where am I?
That's and dude, make no mistake. I am a very, very firm believer in placebos and placebo effect. Like I don't.
If it helps me, I don't care.
I don't understand why placebos get such a bad name. If it's something that works for you in your head, dude, that's awesome.
And they have proven that your mind can like if you're not stressed out, it's better for your body, and your mind can do all these really cool
whatever
things
road
to
doesn't
heal
matter.
Yourself. Yep.
Doesn't matter what
if it's
road
fake
you take.
or not, I don't care.
That's it. And I've been
give me the
saying
blue
that
pill.
Yes, like it's it doesn't matter if it's doing what it's
Wait a
supposed to
minute.
do or not.
I'm not talking about Viagra. I was talking. That was a Matrix reference.
Give me the
I
blue and the
definitely
red one.
was, yes.
Same time.
What do you think would happen if you took both of them? Morpheus would be like, wait, no, and then like split in two or something.
Maybe.
I'm
Maybe you
thinking-
live both.
I'm thinking it would just counteract and do nothing. You know,
Just be stuck there.
like you're not supposed to drink alcohol on certain medications because you know it's not as potent. It's probably something like that.
Interesting.
Which that's
Or it just makes it more potent.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah.
I've been on
Alright,
that side
depending on what
before.
medication.
Yeah, hydromorphs. Hydromorphs.
Yeah,
Don't
that'll-
like to
that'll
mix-
do it.
They don't like to mix with vodka. I'll tell you that.
that'll
That's a lesson very learned.
Okay.
They'll get you. Don't mix.
do not mix hard
mix.
drugs with vodka.
Yeah. That's it. Learning a lot here today on your show, the Tuesday edition. And this is the All Out of Angst podcast in both video form, and it will be released, I guess, audio form coming Thursday. We're finally back at it. So we'll get back into the
nice.
audio only stuff, and we'll get that all shaped up and worked in. I have been listening to our song that we made, fellas, and showed some people, and it's been getting rave reviews.
Ooh.
And including our good friend Noel.
Oh, nice.
Said, I love the song. I said, of course you do. It's because it's full of harmonies. Everyone
the
loves
boys.
harmonies. It's the boys. So we got talking about, so when are you going to release it? And I said, I don't know, because we've had meetings, we've had sit-down talks about all this. I want to make sure we give it the proper time and attention for a proper new song release. With that in mind, being musical people, how close do you think we are to doing something like that? How much time needs to go in? And as Uncle Mike and I both look at Matt,
Yeah.
how much time needs to go into something like
When
this?
we just did Through Darkness.
Darkness.
So basically, what do? We put it on
DistroKid?
DistroKid. So we upload it to them, and then they kind of, you know,
They put it on the
and we
spot.
also register it to SoCan just so we have our writing credits
Yes.
or whatever. And
And I think that was part of our meeting. I did write it down somewhere. I just wanted to double check to make sure, because every time this song is played, everything gets better. You know, people love the message of the song. They love the harmonies. They love the actual music of it. And I feel like it's about damn time that we do something with it. So we'll talk about more of that off air. I just want to let people know that we are getting close to the time, because if it is as easy as that, we just want to maybe promo it for a week,
Yeah.
build up some excitement, and then send it out to the world.
And then maybe also make like our own, even though the DistroKid puts it on YouTube, we tend to make our own YouTube one, and you know you can put it on the Dufferin Avenue,
Right.
just so we get
place.
you know we get credit for those or whatever. Even if it is just for ego, it's nice to have you know all of your views in one thing.
Just to make sure it's going to the right place. I see what you're saying. And especially with a world now where that's what you're viewed on, right? That's your views are sort of the gauge for how big you are and how important you are and how much reach you have. And we're at a point now where we're doing a lot of that.
It's unfortunate that it has to be like, I understand that. And then there's all the etiquette too. Like there's some back in the day, you know, I used to just tell everyone like, come listen to us. Here's our stuff. And, you know, you're shouting off the rooftops. And now I tend to kind of just put it out there and, you know, whatever happens. I don't know if that's the right choice, but I've got, you know, people and acquaintances that I won't hear from for like 6 months. And then they'll just, you know, like DM me, you know, with the link to their new song. And to me, that it's a little like, I don't want to say gauche, but it's a little kind of just like, I don't know if it's appropriate. You don't talk to someone for half a year and then you just send
Right.
a
I
link
see what you're
with
saying.
like no like personal message or anything. I don't know. Those are the things I don't think I would ever do or want to do again.
That's greasy, man. So people like
Because
aren't
everyone
acknowledging you as a person anyway. They're just throwing a link and
Yeah,
expecting
they've
you to
just
do
got
something
to they've got to you know copy and paste, and they go to your thing and
send to everyone.
send it to you, and it's like I understand. Ultimately, they just want their art to be heard, and I'm the same way. But I just feel like it's not the
better
right
ways,
way
man.
to
There's
do
better
it.
ways.
I mean,
yeah.
it's like the buddy that only calls you up when he wants
something.
something,
Yeah.
right?
Fair
Or he
weather
needs to
friend,
borrow
yeah.
20 bucks,
One.
or-
You know, I remember the first time I ever heard the term fair weather friend. And it's so crazy because it's a DeLorean moment for me. Like it takes me right back. We were at Bridges watching the Boston Bruins about to defeat the Vancouver Canucks. And this was during our friend Doobie, my sweet, beautiful, silky boy, this handsome stud muffin right there. Look at that cute little rascal. It was during his literally his final days. So June 11th was when he passed away in 2011, and the Stanley Cup was right in that time. So like it was just happening, and there was some stuff going on, and there was some stuff we had to do with Doobie, and it was with a bunch of people I didn't know, and I was all scared and like being my timid, like I don't want to. It's like one big thing that happened once we found out that our good buddy had cancer and he was going to die, was that he had all these different friend groups that all came together. And a lot of those friends didn't know each other, and some of them didn't like each other, but you come together for this common goal. And so I was like, I don't want to go. Like, I'm scared. I don't want to meet these people. Like, classic me and my anxiety and my, crowds, people.
So,
and Pistol Pete, once again, looks at me and goes, Doc, you don't want to be a fair weather friend, do you? It's like, fair weather friend? What does that mean, bro? Like, I had no clue. And they explained to me, like, well, I definitely don't want to be that. So off I went, sucked it up, and there you go. But that always stuck with me because it was such a crazy time to be losing a buddy, and then to be like, you're right. It was one of those kicks in the ass where it's like, it's not about me. Why does everything have to be about me? What am I thinking? What's wrong with me? No one cares if I'm there or not. You know, it's those little things.
As a friend, that is the best time when someone needs you. That's that time you should
That's
be
what I
there
learned.
to show up, and that doesn't. You don't need to do anything special, but just.
And that's sort of coming up again as I was just at the hospital having another lovely lunch with my sweet, beautiful Seahawk. And they're just hopefully finishing up his place. The Tyler guy just got in to tile the bathroom of his parents' place where he's going to be staying for the next sort of stage of his recovery. And even then, like going to visit him, like it was so hard the first time because you don't know what's happening. Like you walk in and this guy's literally doesn't know if he's alive or dead. You know, like he was like fresh. And once you overcome that hill, it's like, okay, now I get what's going on because a close buddy almost died, paralyzed, or going through all these things. And then whenever I go and meet with him, we actually had a talk today about this. This is why I bring it up, about how different people react to what he's doing and what he's going through. Because he's been writing out a plan for a show that he wants to do on here. It'll be a little 4 or 5 part series, just recovery with Cal. So he's going to come in here and he has a bunch of questions already. We were going over them. And basically, we're just going to talk about exactly what happened and what he went through, because everyone has all these questions, you know? So this is sort of his story, and we're going to get it out there. He talked about how everybody's different and how some people he hasn't talked to in years have showed up there, and then some people that he's like, talked to all the time just don't really come around, and just how everyone reacts differently. Yep. And then it goes back to, again, because it's not even being a fair weather friend, it's overcoming your emotions and having to go through all the stuff that you go through. And that was one of the things on his list of things to talk about, was how to make people feel comfortable with coming to see him. Because like we took a couple people in there for the first time, and you're nervous. You don't know what you're walking into.
Like
it's a scary situation.
I was saying to you, I tend to like mask feelings like that with humor, but you don't necessarily want to show up with someone who's just went into an act. You're like,
right. In your clown suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll one up you guys on that one. When I first saw him after the thing was at RUH, and I think it was the second day after, and I told this on the air, he's the only reason I leave the house. I walk in, and he's sitting there, and he can't move, like face destroyed. Everything's just like bad. And I walk in, and he can't even turn his head. So he turns his eyes over, and he looks at me, and he goes, GM, what are you doing out of the house? Instantly.
He knows you well.
That's so good.
I start
That's
cracking
so
up.
good.
I'm like, Seahawk, you're about the only thing that I'll leave the house for, brother. He's like, that's so nice of you. I was like, oh, and I got in there and they gave him a little hug, and off we went.
Yeah.
And it's been cool ever since. But getting over that big hump of having to, the unknown.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
I remember it did seem weird that first time I saw you driving by the Besborough. I'm like, what the hell is Gary doing?
Why is he out of the house? Is somebody with him? You can't go out alone. But yeah, I do have to say, I've missed you the last couple of Tuesdays. Have you guys not been going for lunch?
What's been happening? Oh, no, today Aaron had to work through lunch. So, yeah, all day, yeah. And yeah, I've been picking up tons of OT, so
well,
which is
good.
great. But Yeah.
That house to pay for.
Yeah,
Will
right?
do.
exactly.
Absolutely. I was just getting really used to hanging it out the window and giving you the old one too.
But I think other people enjoy that. It's not just for me.
True. I do it all the way there, just in case.
I've been driving that route just to hopefully get you a glimpse.
Out the window.
I heard there is
I heard there's a hot spot for dangling. Good old Spadina. It is a lovely road to drive, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's
It
the
is.
best.
Yeah.
It is the best.
That's my long way, and I just think that's the other reason I'm so comfortable going there. I just go down here, go down Victoria, then I just ride all the way
it's the-
right to city.
Because I'm thinking when we move, because we're in Silverwood Heights, I'm going to drive, probably circle drive on the way to the dump, when it's like 6 in the morning, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's not
matter.
crazy yet.
But on the way home, I think I'm going to take the Spadina and just,
Let's enjoy it.
who cares?
I just came from
Especially-
up that way
Yeah, well,
just this
yeah,
afternoon, like because I had
that's
a
it.
delivery or whatever, and it's like, I'm gonna go this way.
Seems like a
Check
nice
it out.
way to end every day.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
kind of you're alone in your thoughts, listening
all
to
in.
my punk rock CDs.
Yeah.
and-
Summertime, it's way better too. Well, I shouldn't say way better. It's totally different, but just the beauty of the river.
Yeah, and just everyone's walking, and they've got their
Yeah.
dog. The one time we were walking down on the other side of Spadina, there's kind of a beach or whatever. There's this guy in a canoe, and he had like a little trolling motor in it, and he had a puppy that was on the front of the
Come
canoe
on.
with like a
Vest?
life preserver,
Yeah.
and he's kind of like this way, Hooman, and it's just like the coolest.
like the
Yeah,
what
yeah.
do they call the the mermaid that they would have on the front
On the
of the
front.
ship or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
exactly.
Like the-
That's where you
But
do
just
your
this
Titanic.
proud look,
and-
just like
Yeah.
this way.
I wonder if Maggie would be good like that. She's been on boats before. She's good on boats. Yeah, I'm talking about you, girl. Yeah. Well, we don't even know if yours works yet.
Well, it is named the Unsinkable too. So.
Classic LB.
Just tests.
Just
fate.
want to see. Well, he wants to throw it in there because he's doing cool shit all the time,
Yeah.
including creating a canoe by hand.
Oh,
But
of course.
I'm expecting. Are we going to take her out for the maiden voyage this summer? Good. Okay. Well, then we'll throw Maggie in there. We'll see what she does. I'm sure she'll be fine. She's not the best swimmer. She just sort of goes like this.
right.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's kind
kind
of
of.
funny, but
Yeah.
she does swim. She does. She hops right in there and she just loves it. Marge, you're gonna get sneezies. That's why you sneeze. You gotta stop licking so much. Ridiculous. Anders, have you not been feeding her? Why is she being so calm?
I gave her 3 treats.
Well, of course. I get to deal with that later. Thank you very much. You're ruining her supper. Okay, before we head, man, just talking, hey?
Yeah.
Just hanging out. That's the beauty of this place, man. I'll tell you, conversations. There's never interviews. There's always conversations. And I think that's really cool. We should promote one more time. LB, you want to hit me up with a little email? Ooh, there it is. Contact at dufferinav.com. That is our email. Hit us up, and maybe we'll even get Uncle Mike in the box. Pop goes the Uncle Mike. Well done. Hit us up. You got an organization, you got a charity, you got a business, you want to promote, you got show ideas, you got a show. If you're sitting there thinking, I would love to do what these guys are doing right now, it's so simple. Hit us up. We can set you up. This is for everybody. I always say the biggest issue we have with this place is trying to convince people that it is too good to be true. And I say that in all honesty because we spend our whole lives being told if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. You know, like that's sort of the thing. But here it really is. We just want to help. No one's here looking to get rich. We want to help each other. We want to lift each other up. If you think like that, if you're similar minded, send us an email, okay? And then watch this. We'll send it right back on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here. Very good. We're getting really good. There's also a website created by Royal Anders himself, the man over there that's overfeeding the dog. Let's have a peek see at this one. Look at that. Dufferinav.com. Perfectly sized
Oh,
sign. I
that
don't care what
sign
anyone
is just
says.
great sign.
Right? So
Size.
perfect. He's flipping. He's already flipped. I like that. We got him back, LB. That's the website. Check it out. It's super easy to navigate because we told the Royal Anders, make it easy to navigate. We don't want it to be convoluted and complicated like every single website on earth. And he did a great job on that. You guys think you can send this one too? This will be a tough one. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here. We're doing pretty good on that, I gotta say, for not having control.
I feel like you guys are doing a good job. I'm
Well,
the
we're
weak
just
link.
throwing them at you.
You just
Yeah.
need a longer
Yeah.
arm.
Well, I was trying the crokinole style that
Oh,
time,
that was
and
sweet.
it just, I don't know.
Maybe we can get you one of those hooks that we got to pull.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what? We're going to be using that hook this Sunday. Come on down to the damn studios for Oscars Big Damn Watch Party. We even have a promo for it. You guys aren't going to be able to hear the words because we don't have headpieces in, but I did promise LB that we'd throw this in here. So go ahead, LB, and play that video.
Hey, it's Adam and Ethan with the viewing room here. We are hosting a live Oscars watch party on Sunday, March 2nd at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We got lots of stuff planned. We got games, live reactions, obviously. We've got some food. We'll have some interesting food and stuff.
Movie trivia.
Movie trivia, yeah. And we'll hopefully just kind of get live reactions, talk about the movies, whether we like it or disagree or whatever the winners are, and have a good time. Hopefully nobody gets slapped.
Yeah. So if you want to watch a fun night of predictions, games, and overall fun, check out Dufferin Avenue Media and the Viewing Room Instagram at @theviewingroom_ for updates and more.
Did you notice the shirt that Dragon was wearing there?
I did.
Yeah. Callahan Auto Parts, Sandusky, Ohio.
Ah.
Shout out to the great Tommy Boy. That was good. That was very, very good. Again, this Sunday, join us for the Oscars party. I say us, but Maggie and I will be in the booth because I, just like LB, am not a fan of the Oscars or award shows in general.
Fair enough.
But unfortunately, Dragon is, so we're throwing a party. If you guys are invited too if you want to come. We always love live studio audiences. It's sort of our thing. Kind of like music is sort of your thing.
It is.
Tell me more about what's coming up here before we call her an episode
Yeah,
on
I
the
guess-
All Out of Angst podcast edition of your show.
We've got a Into Eternity. It's been 3 years since we played a local show in Regina. That's where they're based out of. So it's going to be awesome. It's another birthday show for me. We're not billing it that, but it is like on my birthday.
It's
so
tough to beat your last one.
Oh, yeah, you won't beat that. But yeah, we're doing that. So obviously, like I said, I've been prepping for those Into shows.
Carpal tunneling the hell out of your hands.
But I finally got, we got 14 songs. That's what's going to be for the headlining set. And if I quickly, I'll go 30 seconds how I did, I start with the first 4 songs that I'm kind of the best at to ease back into the practicing. Then, build 1 song per day of the songs, just so you don't start right out of the gate trying to play all 14 horribly. And it's kind of nice to build your stamina up or whatever. But I finally went through the last song today. So now I've been playing along with them. And usually I start where I've got the backing tracks a bit louder just to kind of bump up your confidence. And then as I get better, I'll turn the backing tracks down and have my guitar louder. So it's almost awkwardly loud. And I find that really helps me with my kind of process.
When are we going to start your tips videos?
We got to start doing that.
yeah.
We got to start doing
that. Is that something where we just come in early on Tuesdays and you can just knock them out?
Because I want to do the Through Darkness Raven Witch, just do that, and then even do a run through of our song and kind of show how to play those
100%.
riffs or whatever. I think that would be a good start. So
what do we need for it? Can we just do it on the set here?
basically,
Or do we want to do maybe the modern set? Modern studio?
Yeah, we could do it there. I could even maybe bring a guitar kind of stool or something, and then
Dude,
Or-
all I think about is, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say
No,
you
you
need
go
a
first.
name for it. Just the tip.
Oh,
You read my mind.
this I need. That needs to be the name. Oh, that's the
Just the
best.
tip.
yeah.
Well, then that means that you can't have any conversation at all. Can't be a hello or anything. It's got to be just the
just
tip.
the-
So
But yeah.
you will go on and you say, so, and you go right into it and you give the tip and that's it.
I like it.
It's
There you
different.
go.
But
I
yeah,
like that.
so I'll do those, and the only thing that we would need is either having just to have the tab of what I'm playing. So whether or not we just do the low budget where
You could do screen and screen.
yeah,
These
of
are
course.
fake.
Okay, sweet. Because
why this place is so awesome.
either I would just draw it with pencil and then have, but I'm sure LB's got a more professional.
LB will
way
he'll
to
go
do-
big screen you and he'll go little screen with the tabs.
Oh man,
And then as you play along, you can go along and you can explain it. It'll be great. Okay. This
That's
is awesome.
exciting.
This is what we do.
I've been wanting to do something like this for probably a decade and a
Would you
half.
say you've been dreaming of it?
I would say I definitely have been dreaming.
Does it feel good to be chasing that dream?
It does.
That's the magic of this place, man.
It does.
It's unbelievable.
Yes, we should.
Man.
See, this is why I don't need to have ideas of my own, because I'm surrounded by everyone that
You're
has
only
these
as
great
good as
ideas.
the people you surround yourself with. That's very well.
And I just don't have any ideas.
That's why I surround myself with people. See, I guess I'm sort of like the reverse guy. I'm all ideas and no execution. Like I have a million ideas. I
'Cause
tell them there's a whole board in there full of ideas that I have,
Yeah.
and just no execution.
We've said like you and me together almost are like an Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
Almost.
We're about half of an Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
He's the manliest man to ever man, and we don't say that lightly because we know a lot of manly men. But this guy walks around with holes in his pants and don't even care.
Yeah, he can just open up a non-twist off beer like it's nothing.
You know, I've never been a fan of those Chuck Norris jokes because I've always, since the day those became something that people said, I called every single person out. They say, oh, Chuck Norris, blah, 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 this. And I say, no, you're wrong. Actually, if you are talking about Steven Seagal, then yes, because I'm a Seagal guy. Those are Seagal jokes. They're not Chuck Norris jokes. Get out of here, Walker, Texas. You know? Like, hard to kill. Dude.
Oh, and he studied Aikido.
I don't know.
Under
Delta
Siege.
Force, though?
Under
Delta
Siege
Force.
1 and 2?
Under Siege.
Get out of
Actually,
here.
Under Siege, yeah.
I made Aaron, when we first started dating, watch Under Siege, and I had to quote every line a second before it came out. You know,
See?
like, and we did, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you right now, that's the verbal version of your Viagra pill right there. That would get me for sure.
Like,
You want to
it's
go over and watch
Just that
Seagal?
cake compensation.
Just next.
okay, look, he's about to knee him, and his collarbone's gonna go through a bandsaw.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I told you.
So artistic. So beautiful. So we've learned a lot today. Seagal should be angry that Chuck Norris somehow stole all of his jokes, but that's fine, whatever. People can be silly and think that Chuck Norris is something. Go watch your Texas Rangers.
Texas Rangers.
This is the true man. That's what I'm saying. Take out the Norris, take out the Seagal, put in Uncle Mike. Those are the jokes. Okay? He's got
thanks.
him. He's got him. Okay. So coming up, did we talk about anything else past the show, the birthday show? Anything else you want? The new video,
Yeah,
our new
we've-
song,
yeah.
Through Darkness. Hit it up on, was on Hometown Rock. Very exciting.
Yeah, that was on. And then actually, Aaron's doing an interview tomorrow
Here we go.
for International Women's Day with
With Joel? With Ugly Kid Joel?
With Joel, yeah. So that'll be tomorrow at
He was telling me that he was getting something,
yeah.
and he's doing those in the studio there? I told him to bring everyone in here, and he didn't get back to me. Ugly Kid Joel, you're supposed to do those here, buddy. Just saying. Got a beautiful studio to create all this awesome stuff. So we'll start by phone. Maybe I'll bug him and I'll keep sassing him. But this is what I say. Like, this place isn't for us. It's for everybody, including all of our friends over there and everywhere else. Like, this is not ours. This is a conduit of the universe. I was talking about this before, and maybe we'll end on this. Adam Curry. Have you heard of Adam Curry?
Mm-hmm.
He was on Joe Rogan just a couple days ago, last week. And Joe Rogan and him were talking about the state of like content creation today. Adam Curry's the podfather. He's an OG podcasting guy. He's on with Rogan. Rogan talks about how, while he was building the mothership, he doesn't really remember doing any of it because he was more of a conduit to the universe, saying, I was just sort of following signs, and all of a sudden there was this amazing club, and all of a sudden Austin's like the comedy headquarters of the world. Yeah, it's the Mecca. And while he's saying that, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, now might be a little bit different, but knowing Joe Rogan, maybe not. Like, I was in a very high THC induced journey.
Yeah, I was gonna
those
mention
couple
like
months.
THC and short-term memory. You know,
Yeah.
those is kind of a
But
link
I
there.
did feel like I never did anything. Like, I would have these ideas. I would talk to people. They would tell me what to do. I'd bring the people in, and we just do it. And all of a sudden, he had a studio. Like, it's just like Joe Rogan. And then Adam Curry went on to talk about hyper local and how the future of content creation is everything that we're doing here. It's taking the money, the advertising money out of the Facebooks, out of all the big conglomerates, and bringing it back to the people, allowing it to be affordable. And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, he's talking about us. This is what we're doing. So, listening to the universe like I tend to do, I said, I got to send this guy an email. So I sent him an email, not thinking another thing of it, not expecting any response. He responds within an hour saying, hey, dude, thanks for the email. Love and then in parentheses said, sponsored Maggie Cam. You guys get it.
Oh, nice.
So he's acknowledging we're taking that advertising power and giving it back to the people. And he says, you guys get it. So I sent him another one, like, thanks so much, buddy. Like, really appreciate you reaching out. Like, this is really cool.
To me, those are like the best moments in this modern
insane.
society. Like when Aaron will post something and like Marty
Someone
Friedman
does
will
it,
like
yeah.
it,
It's
or like
crazy.
yeah.
Like, this dude was just on the biggest podcast in the freaking world.
And then you're
So
just
freaking
chatting with him like
nonchalantly.
big deal.
And then we went back a couple more times. He was talking about the importance of RSS feeds. He's like, make sure you hold on to those. Those are your true freedom, because the man can't get to those feeds type of stuff. And just really cool. And it was so awesome to know that he acknowledged that we're on the right path. I always talk about
yes.
paths and being on the right path, to the point where our good buddy, The Abyss, wrote an entire song called Don't Disrespect the Path. And that all got started by me telling him when he was having a bad day. It's like, dude, you're disrespecting the path you're supposed to be on, man. Like, get it together. And he wrote a song about it. So this talk of the path and being on the right one was like literally all the way through this 3.5-hour interview. So to hear everything they're saying, and to sit here and say we're doing every single one of those things, so much so that an Adam Curry has viewed our content and said, you guys get it. That's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
LB, let's get Frankie woken up here. I know these boys have been missing their piano playing skills. And we're rolling, boys. Wow, this is fantastic. So nice to have you back.
oh, it's the best.
Hey?
Great to be
That
there.
energy.
And
is
make
so
no
good.
mistake, huge shout out to our boys that were filling in.
Mm-hmm.
Had the Dragon rolling, we had LB rolling, a lot of really, really good stuff, as this team is so good at stepping up when needed. And that's why we're a family, man. It's truly a gift that we do not take for granted. I miss this. To Uncle Mike, thank you again. So nice to see you. So happy to have you back in here. To Matt from all the bands, thank you to you, buddy, for always looking good. Look good, feel good. To your beautiful wife, always a pleasure. Always love having you around. Royal Anders, my guy. I was going to give you all the love, but looks like you overfed my dog and she doesn't want to. Yeah, she's just barely moving. Normally at this time, she's getting ready to go eat supper. Very interesting. To LB, thank you, my friend. Do not forget this Sunday, the Oscars Damn Big Watch Party, hosted by those boys right there, the viewing room with Adam and Ethan. They're going to have some special guests in there. They got trivia, got snacks, all sorts of stuff. It's going to be a very, very good time. Tomorrow's a special day around here. The greatest social media lady on earth, the great Wendy Brooks, co-host of the Past Our Bedtime podcast. It's her birthday.
Oh.
So happy birthday tomorrow to Brooksy. We're going to check in with her, see how she's doing. And then we're going to check in with the All the Way Around Table, which is something we love to do every Wednesday. That includes our friend Adrian, the Canadian, all the way over the other side of the world in Australia, as well as our good buddy Curtis Anderson, Coach Laser, and our baseball analyst, the great Simon Hyatt, who has been on the airwaves in the city for a long time, going back to the Shaw days. I call him the OG Shaw guy. So that's to look forward to tomorrow. Until that time, please remember to be kind to each other, all right? And as well, remember that we are here for you. Help us help you. Karma is so incredibly real. Do good things, and they'll start happening to you, all right? I promise you. Have a great rest of your night. Great job,
Smell you later.